Hello, lovely people. Welcome to Lolly Queen Zone. I am Lolly. Our topic for discussion today is social anxiety or social phobia. Anxiety is an excessive worry about an issue or a situation which is otherwise harmless, and the person is very much aware that this is harmless, but the person uncontrollably kind of feels so worried. It's not your normal, feeling down, but it's just, the person just feels so worried that it hinders them from certain activities. So, social anxiety is anxiety pertaining to social events like interviewing, presentation, and so on. Social anxiety or social phobia is a chronic mental health condition in which social situations or social interactions causes irrational anxiety or worry. Social anxiety causes extreme fear in social setting. People with anxiety of any kind at all have excessive or extreme worry, nervousness, or uneasiness about certain day-to-day life events. For people with social anxiety, everyday social interactions causes irrational anxiety, which makes them feel self-conscious, nervous, and embarrassed. One thing we should note is being an introvert is different from having social anxiety. Introverts keep to themselves because they love the solitude. With social anxiety, you would love to join the crowd, but you are afraid of your reception and potential rejection. So you then isolate yourself. It's not really like being an introvert. Introverts love to be alone. And socially anxious people want to, mingle. They don't really enjoy being in their own shell, but it's just the fear of being rejected that is causing them to be solitude. Statistics have shown that social anxiety disorder starts in childhood or adolescence, and then by 20 years, people have already developed it, and it's more common in females than males. I believe how that is so is the rejection some of us feel or some of us encounter whilst we are young, and it's not everybody who could deal with rejections and bully. So people who were constantly bullied in their childhood and in their adolescence choose to keep more to themselves than people who were all outgoing and never being bullied, because they would think that going close to people trying to mingle, they're going to mock them or they're just going to bully them again. So they tend to isolate themselves, and most of the time people who are bullied are usually cast out of the crowd. So I think it makes sense now. If you've still not figured out what I'm trying to say, here are some examples. A socially anxious person would feel nervous or unease or embarrassed talking to new people and meeting new people. They find it hard talking to co-workers and friends. Most of them like handling things their own way. They don't like inviting people to help them, even though they may be suffering. Most of them will keep to themselves and will not attend social events like parties and dinners. Why? Because there are a lot of people there and they just don't know how they're going to merge in. Sometimes they're just concerned about how they look like. They just basically, I would say, lack self-confidence. Some of them would even reject proposals just because they feel they are not enough and they don't know how this person is going to accept them, and all. So dating becomes an issue for them. It's hard for them to express their feelings and express their opinions, because if imagine when you were young or you were a teenager, everything you say becomes a mock or becomes a tease. I'm not sure you would grow up liking to share your opinion and your ideas. Some of them go to the extreme of not being able to talk on phone and chat on phone. And of course, it affects their self-confidence. They just don't feel confident about themselves. They don't feel very good about themselves. Symptoms include excessive worry about situations in which they may be judged, embarrassed, humiliated, or they are just concerned about offending somebody. Some of them in social settings will be sweating, trembling, and even having shaky voice. Socially anxious people are so self-conscious. whatever they say, it's like they are super conscious of, even when they are laughing. How do I know that? Because I have that. I suffer from social anxiety. Ideally, you're supposed to be diagnosed by a psychiatrist or psychologist, but I don't know myself. Self diagnosed. I am actually an introvert by nature. I love being by myself. But then there are times that I feel like, okay, I want to mingle. And then comes the feeling that how am I going to be accepted? Will they accept me? Is what I'm saying making sense? Am I offending somebody? Am I even using the right words? And all, it's like you're so conscious. But I've learned over time to build my self-confidence, and I am so doing well. Of course, social anxiety is treatable. Talk therapy and antidepressants are able to increase your self confidence and ability to interact with people. However, you need to be kind to yourself. I'm telling you, there is nothing wrong with you. People may have made you feel that there was something wrong with you. You were not good enough or you were not pretty. But I'm telling you, there is nothing wrong with you. Be kind to yourself. The moment you start becoming kind to yourself, you would be able to mingle in your own small way. Be kind to yourself and see the brighter side of life. And you have to gradually introduce yourself to anxiety invoking situations. So if you were afraid to talk to your crush, you start to talk to him. Right? And if you were afraid to initiate conversations, you start doing that. If you were afraid to um, to start your YouTube channel, you start doing that. If you're afraid, you are always afraid of people judging you, start meeting up with your fears like one after the other. If you were afraid of talking to people, try to talk to people. If you're afraid of making grammatical mistakes, just start speaking your English. I realized I wasn't bad at English, I just didn't have the confidence. And so most of the time when I was speaking, I'll just be doing um um you get it. You just have to be confident, and even when you're making a mistake, just do it in style. And now I have so much improved that I know that I am so much better, and I've had a lot of opportunities than I could possibly have ever had if I kept letting my fears take over me. So that's it for social anxiety. Well, let me introduce you to something very awesome. We've added new products to our range of shower gels. We've added acne soap, we've added glow oil, we've added facial lotion, we have added body scrub, and of course, they are all amazing and they are doing wonders. I hope you try them. I'm also competing in the Startup of the Year Awards by Total Energies, and I would plead with you to support me. It's not monetary, but I need you to vote for me. All you're going to do is to just tap on the link that I would put in the description box or in the comment section. You tap on the link, you go there, you create an account for free, and then you vote for my startup. I have so many brilliant ideas there, and I know you would love to read it. So just follow these instructions, simple instructions, and vote for me. And note, it's not just for me, it's for the girl child. Thank you so much for finding time and joining me today. I love you so very much. Stay cool, stay awesome. God be with you. Bye.